Hey loves, welcome back to this episode of Vitamin D TV. Today we're going to talk about how to master your target language specifically during this quarantine. This quarantine is special because it's literally the time where we are all on the same playing field. Athletes, celebrities, models, students, teachers, workers, 90% of us, we're all in the same boat. Right now, we're all stuck home. So, here's how to master that target language while we all got the time to do it. First, I want to start off with a quote from Jim Rohn, because if you guys don't know who Jim Rohn is, you guys just need to look him up. If you are looking to better your life somehow, Jim Rohn is the man you want to look up on YouTube, because he has pretty much in his time in the 1900s when he was still alive, he had it all, okay? But he started from the bottom. So what he said was, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And 90% of us do the opposite. We do the exact opposite. So I'm gonna start off with that quote. We're gonna work harder on ourselves than we did on our jobs during this time of the quarantine, okay? So the average person was working or going to school for 6 to 8 hours a day, right? So let's say, I'm gonna just give an 8-hour example. During these 8 hours you would have been spending in school or at work, you wanna spend it on yourself. You wanna spend it working on yourself, improving yourself, okay? So the language version of that, you're going, literally you got 8 extra hours free to yourself now. Take those 8 hours and absolutely immerse yourself in your target language. If you're learning Japanese, boost your motivation by putting up posters of Japan, learning about the culture, trying out different foods, and watching new shows, right? If you're learning Spanish, you can literally be doing the same thing. You want to immerse yourself in the culture, okay, during these entire 8 hours. How are you going to do that? One, you want to locate at least 2 hours, not just one. You want to allocate at least 2 hours to listening skills, because we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You want to be able to understand what these people are saying when they start talking to you guys. So that could be literally a 1-hour audio in the morning and at night. 1 hour audio in the morning, 1 hour audio at night. It could be like that. Or it could be 2 hours of your Netflix show. It could be an hour and a half long or 2 hour long movie in your target language. You want to allocate at least 2 hours to doing nothing but listening, okay? English subtitles are great, or put in the subtitles in your target language. That's great. Either way, you just want to make sure you're listening and being absorbed, paying attention to the show that you're going to be watching, or paying attention to the audio you're going to be listening to. Even if you don't understand what they're saying right away, this is how it starts, okay? You're going to be able to pick up more words as you go, the more you practice listening, okay? Next up is, I said listening, right? If you're a little bit more advanced, I'm not talking about the A1 people. I'm talking about the B1, B2, and above. That's like the grades of language fluency, if you would. But if you're B1 and up, you need to be allocating at least an hour to reading, okay? I'm not gonna necessarily say read kids books, because I don't read kids books now. I don't expect a young 20-something person or older to be reading a kids book, okay? But you want to find stories. I started reading like kind of kids fairy tales, if you will, like popular stories that we all know about, like Hansel and Gretel. I was reading those and I got more advanced that way. But you just want to read, okay? You want to do 2 hours of listening, and you want to do at least an hour of reading. Another thing you guys want to do is start a journal. I'm guilty because I already have a journal, but I need to write in it more because I don't write in it every day. But for those of you who don't even have a journal at all, you want to get a journal, okay? One, language wise, it's going to help you figure out very quickly the words you don't know that you need to learn. And those words you want to put on your Tiny Cards app or whatever automatic vocabulary card app like Anki. You want to put those words on a flashcard and learn the words that way. But anyway, writing is going to help you figure out very, very quickly the words that you need to learn. Next is also going to help you to figure out how to express yourself better. Like, let's say you realize you've been using basic level vocabulary and you want to spice it up more. If you've been reading, those words are going to start coming out when you are writing in your journal or when you're just writing in general. That's if you guys are being consistent, by the way. You have to be consistent in all of these tips I'm giving you guys, okay? So I probably gave you guys like 4 hours worth of immersion so far. What's the next thing you guys can do? I have my notes right here, guys. It's amazing. Oh, another thing you guys can be doing is YouTube. Like, my subscribers, if you guys are in another country right now and you're watching me to focus and improve your English, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching and just taking value from my videos. But yeah, watch YouTube videos. Like, I don't have too many French shows right now. If you guys know any French shows, please put me on. But I'm watching YouTubers in the meantime to help me improve my French listening skills. So if you can't find a show or a movie, YouTube is always going to be your best friend, guys. YouTube is not going to let you down, okay? But yeah, you just want to allocate at least 2 hours to listening, an hour for reading, an hour for writing. Now you guys got 4 extra hours to get creative and figure out what else you want to do to immerse yourself in this target language. That could be 2 hours of watching your favorite show or 2 hours of reading extra, or however you guys want to do it. But literally, the whole point of this video is for you guys to take the same time you would have been spending working or studying for someone else and put that time into yourself and immersing yourself in your target language. And that is how you guys are going to master your target language during this quarantine. You could be at level A1, which is like pre-K level in your language learning, and go all the way up to at least a B1, B2, which is like middle school level of your target language, able to communicate and get your point across, but you can't necessarily give a whole elaborate speech if you would. But the more effort you guys put into this time to learn, the better you're gonna be, okay? So thank you guys for checking this video out. Let me know which tips you guys like the most. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, and share these videos, okay? Let me know how you guys are all getting along with this quarantine, and I will see you in the next episode.